Hello, welcome to StampinByHannah here on Facebook. I'm really pleased to be joining you this morning because I've had a couple of weeks where, the last sort of month has been a bit hit and miss for a Sunday. And my aim is to get one of these out to you every single Sunday morning at 11 o'clock UK time. It hasn't happened much. Last week and 3 weeks ago and last week I was struck down by a horrible cold, which I finally got over, but I've still got a bit of a runny nose, but I think that's more pregnancy related congestion than anything else. So I am fighting fit today. I had the most relaxed day ever yesterday. Me and my husband spent all day on the sofa under a duvet just doing nothing. It was bliss. I am off work this week coming, which makes me so happy. Not that I don't really love my job, because I really do, but it means that I get to craft and have fun and do lots of things that, like tidy the house, that I need to do. And I'm now on maternity leave countdown as well, so I've only got 7 working weeks left. Which makes me very happy as well. So, lots to tell you about today. I've got a big box of crafty goodies to share with you in a minute. I've got some swaps and cards that arrived in the post from me as well this week. I have got some exciting news. We got that Sale-a-bration as well, which is also linked to what's in this box. What else have I got going on this week? Class on Tuesday. Class is closed for this month. So if you want to join class, it'll now be March. All the details for that will be coming out this week when I've got time to do it. I'm hoping to get my weekly email started again this week as well, because that's been a little bit lax since I moved house. I'll admit my weekly emails and my videos have kind of disappeared. But my plan for this week is to get back on track. So, do you want to see some cards that arrived in the post? Shall we do that bit first? I think that's probably not the most exciting bit, because what's exciting is in this box. But let's do these card swaps first. Now, I'm going to tilt you on down. Now I've disappeared off the camera. Turn you around. Tilt you on down. Good morning, Liz. Lovely to see you this morning. Oh, I don't think that's going to stay. This tripod is dying ever so slightly, I think. And I can't tighten it up. Aha! Let's tighten that bit. Ah, is that going to work? Is that going to work better? Hoping so. Oh, there we go. Right. I do apologise if you start to move. Right. So I took part in a team card swap over in, January time. And the plan, the kind of concept of a card swap is that we do it as a team, we do it as part of a catalogue launch, is that you make a bunch of cards and swap them with people. And normally these happen at live events, I've got to say. But as not my personal team, but the team I'm part of, we are a really big team and we don't get together very often. So we do it kind of through the post. And this was the card that I made, and this has already gone up on my YouTube channel. And if you're watching this video later, I'll have it linked. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a link up here for it. If you're watching live, then sorry, there isn't, because I'm not that organised. But this card is on my Facebook page already, because there is a video already on this one. But I did promise in that video that I would share the cards I received. So we do swaps in groups of 6. So I have got, I thought I had, or is it 5? I've only got 4 cards. I've got a card missing. If I've missed your card, I do apologise. So this was the card I made using Needlepoint Nook, which is my class for March. So if you love this, I absolutely adore this. This design is beautiful. We're going to use it a lot in my March class. And somebody else really loved this. So who's this one from? It's from Sarah. I think we've been channeling the same sort of vibe, I think, here. I love this card. I think it's so pretty. Lovely with the Needlepoint Nook, and she's used the embossing folder as well, the embossing die. Can you see that? It's like embossed into the card, looks so pretty. Then I've got this card. This one was from Christine, and she's used some of the Sale-a-bration papers and that really pretty little butterfly. Now the punch that she's used here is currently out of stock, but it will be back hopefully in March. My lovely friend Tina from Germany sent me this one, and she sent a really cute note inside. And Tina's used, I think this is one of the Hostess sets, and it's really stunning. But she's also added some Wink of Stella. I'm hoping that the camera's picking up. There's a hint of sparkle on those leaves that's really gorgeous. And she's coloured them all of these with blends, which I think is really good. And she's used that fabulous foil, also free during Sale-a-bration. And then I've got this one. This is from Rebecca. I love this. Rebecca's also added some sparkle to these butterflies, which is also the same punch that's currently on back order. And that beautiful, this is, I think is it delicate something designer series paper. I will look it up. And she's laid it onto a piece of cardstock and added some more designer series paper at the bottom. I think it's a really simple, really pretty card. I love those. So, love getting cards in the post. It just, makes me happy. So, the other thing I got in the post this week is a nice brown box. Do you want to see what's in it? Because this is super exciting. So, we've had Sale-a-bration going on now since the 3rd of January. And on Friday, we had some more Sale-a-bration items added, which is very exciting. So there's even more good stuff you can use those Sale-a-bration credits for. And I did a bit of a pre-order and got a couple of them early. Haven't had a chance to play with them yet, but I'm going to play with them for you on camera. So we might have a car crash card today. So we have got another little booklet. If I hold it the right way off, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Let me just box that away. So there are another 4, I think, 3 goodies. Yes. So there's another stamp set, which I haven't got this one. I didn't get that one. There's a fabulous embossing folder we're going to play with today. And there's a bundle. So the stamp set and the embossing folder are £45 orders. And the bundle, which is this fabulous stamp set, that comes with designer series paper, is free with a £90 order. And then you've still got all the other good stuff. Now, these brochures are printed a little bit early by Stampin' Up, because you can imagine it's a big operation. They have to start printing things really early. So they've also added the kind of existing Sale-a-bration stuff in here as well. But the ribbon, that's sadly already sold out. And I know that the foil sheets are pretty limited. I think that designer series paper is as well. And actually, I think other things are sold out in other markets. At the minute, the only thing that's sold out here in the UK is that ribbon. But watch this space. So in this big box, right, I have got a couple of packets of those brochures. So they're going to come out. Anybody that got a catalogue in January should be expecting something else in the post from me this week. Then I had to get some essentials. So if you come to one of my classes, either in person or if you buy an online class, it's the first one you've bought, you get a goodie bag from me that includes some adhesives, and I was running a bit low. So I've got some snail and some dimensionals for those goodie packs for my new class attendees. I always need trimmer blades. And I've managed to run out of Stampin' Mist. I don't know how I did that. I ran out of Whisper White cardstock last month, and I've run out of Stampin' Mist this month. I need to be more organised, really, really do. So that had to go in this order as well. And then we've got to the good stuff. So let me move the boring bits out of the way, otherwise I'm going to run out of room on my desk. Oh, because my craft desk isn't that big. So I did pick up 2 of the existing Sale-a-bration goodies. So we've got the Home to Roost stamp set, and my friend Liz, who was watching this earlier on, but I don't know if she's still here, has made some, I think it was Liz. Pretty sure it was you, Liz. Has made some fabulous cards with this stamp set, and I just had to grab it. And it's one of those new cling mount stamps. So it's the fabulous red rubber with those super, super sticky stickers. And this Cockerel, I just think he's beautiful. And the different ways you can colour this guy is, brush off. I've seen him done with brush off, I've seen him done with watercolour. I've seen him coloured with blends, pens that are just, so I'm looking forward to playing with that. And then this, which is a card kit. Now, this whole card kit is completely free with a £45 order during Sale-a-bration. And it makes these kind of cute little post boxes, like, that are flat, I think. I need to get this out and have a play with it, because I've been looking at this card kit going, I don't know how this works or how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one up, and I will bring a video to you hopefully in the next couple of weeks on what exactly you get in this pack, because there's quite a lot in there. But yeah, so that one just intrigued me in the catalogue. I have a funny feeling that's running low as well. I don't know. That might just be my brain. So they're the existing things. And then we've got some new stuff. Oh, so I grabbed, because you guys know I'm a sucker for a good designer series paper, I could not resist that fabulous £90 bundle. So for a £90 order, you get to choose the Painted Season stamp set, which is stunning. It's that red rubber cling mount again, but it's a type of stamp that Stampin' Up call distinctive. So if we have a look at the red rubber itself, it's really smooth. But they are supposed to stamp like watercolour. We're going to have a play with that in a minute. And then we've got the, what do we call it? Painted Seasons Designer Series paper. So this comes with that stamp set. So you get both for free, which I think is pretty awesome. So let's get this out of here. Now this is, the reason it's called Painted Seasons is that you've got images in here that will take you through all year. So we've got a kind of autumnal theme with those gorgeous toadstools. We've got maybe spring with some succulents. That's very nice. We've got a riot of colour for summer, which is beautiful. And then we've got pine cones and things for winter Christmas. You get 3 sheets of each, I think. Yes, so you get 3 sheets of each pattern, and of course they are double-sided. So on the other side you've got these fabulous watercolour prints. So you've got that one, which is Pool Party. You've got this one in Call Me Clover. You've got this one in Grapefruit Grove, and they are watercolour effect, so they're not supposed to be a flat colour all over. And this one in Poppy Parade, and I actually think today's card, who we're going to use that one for. So I'm going to just leave that on the top. So that is free. All of that is free with a £90 spend from now until the end of March, unless it runs out, unless we run out of stock, which is perfectly possible. The other thing I grabbed was the Country Floor Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder, which I have already seen Pinterest fill with fabulous things made with this. And it's just stunning. You are not going to get the full effect out of this until I run it through a die cut machine, which I'm going to do for you in a minute. It's just beautiful. It's one of those thick ones, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in a moment. Then, because we've got more good stuff. Now, this doesn't happen until the 1st of March, this next bit. But Stampin' Up have extended Sale-a-bration by adding coordinating products. Now, this I think is really quite exciting, because they've not done this before, to my knowledge anyway, or not, at least not while I've been a demonstrator. Oh, I've dropped half my stuff on the floor. I've now got more stuff on the floor. Having a good day today, folks. I think, it's because I spent yesterday under that duvet having a relax. Today's been a bit of a, yeah, getting back in the swing of it again. So, Sale-a-bration coordination. Oh, let me get my breath back. I've got a drink of juice today, because this pregnancy thing is now making me really thirsty and breathless at times as well, particularly when I'm talking a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to have a slurp. And a little bit dizzy. Nothing that pregnancy is doing to me. And I stand up to do these videos, so if I suddenly disappear, that may be why. I just have fallen over. So, Sale-a-bration coordination. Now, I've printed this off. My printer, I think, is dying. Or the ink cartridge is dying anyway. I will put this in one of my weekly emails. So, on the 1st of March, you can order these fabulous coordinating Sale-a-bration products. So, we've got the More Than Words stamp set, which is really pretty. And you've got some really nice sayings in there. Then, you've got 3 sets of dies that coordinate with existing Sale-a-bration products. Really cool. So you've got the Lilies framelets that match the Lilies stamp set. I've lost my I had a Sale-a-bration catalogue out. And in throwing everything on the floor, I've lost it. So here we go. So we've got a die set that matches the Lasting Lilies stamp set. Framelets to match that. So they are £25 on the 1st of March. Then there's the Call Me Cupcake, which match the fabulous Hello Cupcake stamp set. And you've got more dies than you have stamps. So you've got, there's a cake stand and a hood to go over it and all kinds of fun things to go on there. And then, which might be my favourite, is the Hop Around ones. The Hop Around framelets dies, which match the So Hoppy together with that fab frog. He's a bit of a nightmare to fussy cut, so I'm quite pleased that they've done dies to go with him. Then, there is a new label punch, and the 4 Seasons framelets dies. Now, the 4 Seasons framelets dies are the dies that match that stamp set that I've just shown you. The one that... this one. Painted Seasons. So, tell how organised I am today, folks, can't you? This is not going to be a short Facebook Live this week, promise. So, we have got these fabulous dies. So, you get 10 dies, and some of them are duplicates that match these fabulous stamps, which I think is cool. So, you've got 2 of the fern leaves, you've got 1 of the pine cones, 1 of the flowers, 2 of these leaves, and 3 of those, which is nifty because it means you can stamp a whole heap and then die cut 3 at once. Very handy. So I have a card for you today. So we're going to use the new goodies, and what I've done is I've kind of half prepped myself, but not very much, because this is all I've got. So I've got a card base in Pool Party, I've got a matte of Whisper White, another matte and a bit of Pool Party cardstock, and that's it. But I've got a plan. I do have a plan, believe it or not. It's not just, yeah, I have got a plan. So, I need an extra piece of that designer series paper. I'm going to move everything out. Everything I'm not using, I'm going to move off to one side in a minute, because my desk is getting rather crowded. Now, I also had a scrap piece of Whisper White, which of course, when I've thrown everything on the floor, has disappeared. Yeah, completely vanished, as usual. Oh, it wouldn't be the same if I was organised, would it? Right, let's grab another piece of Whisper White out. Right. So, I need my trimmer to cut my piece of designer series paper anyway, so I'm going to cut myself a scrap of Whisper White at the same time. So, my card base is 10.5 centimetres wide across here. And then I've cut a mat of Whisper White, so it's 0.5 centimetre shorter and narrower, she says. Yeah. And I want a piece of designer series paper that's going to go on the inside of here. So, my Whisper White cardstock is 10 centimetres, so this piece of designer series paper is going to be 9.5 by 13.8. There we go. And then I want a kind of scrap piece of Whisper White. We're just going to cut that in half, and then we can use that for stamping on. So, this is how my card's going to come together. I've got my piece of Whisper White, like that, and my piece of Designer Series paper. I've got my Whisper White piece and my Pool Party piece is going to go across, and then I've got to do some stamping. So, let's do some stamping first, shall we? Right, first things first. How many times have I said first today? Quite a lot. We're going to stamp with Painted Seasons. Now, this stamp set doesn't have any sentiments, so I've also grabbed the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set as well, and I'm going to use let's go for Let's Celebrate You. I think that's quite sweet as our sentiment. Now, Painted Seasons is a cling mount stamp, so you're going to put the stickers on. Now, for speed today, because this is brand new, I am not going to put the stickers on. I know I'm very naughty, but I would, if I was stamping, if I wasn't stamping on camera, I would. So, let's have a look. So, we've got that one. Yeah, that'll do. So, I've pulled off that lovely flower and one of the leaves, because these stamps will stick onto blocks just as they are. So they've got a paper backing on. I'm going to peel the paper backing off, and that's where you're going to stick your sticker, but for now I'm going to stick it straight on my block. And we do exactly the same with this leaf. Now, there are a lot of colours in that Designer Series paper. I have pulled them all for you. So in that Designer Series paper, we've got Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Lemon Lime Twist, Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie, Purple Pink, Grapefruit Grove, Early Espresso, Crumb Cake and Call Me Clover. Now that's a lot of colours to get on one card. So I've just picked out 4, just, you know, to keep things slightly more simple. So I've got Pool Party, which I've used as my card base. I've got Lemon Lime Twist for my leaves. I'm going to do some Mango Melody flowers and I think a Poppy Parade sentiment. That's my plan. So, first thing, let's get the leaves stamped first. Now, we've got 2 dies for this leaf. So I'm going to do 3. Look at that. Oh, really quick. But look at those. They look like they've taken you hours and hours. And this stamp set's free. Aren't they gorgeous? Love those. Right, you can see heaps coming with this stamp set. I've got to admit this, I do have a sneaky class planned with this one in March. I will be telling you more about it, but just not quite yet. Right, so then we've got this fabulous flower in Mango Melody. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, right. And then I want that Poppy Parade for my sentiment. Now, I'm going to stamp this down. Normally I'd stamp it in a corner, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stamp it straight in the middle because I've got another set of dies on me. So, I've also grabbed the rectangle stitched framework dies. Now these I just adore. You guys know how much I love my stitched shapes frameworks. Use them on just about every single card I ever make. These are fabulous. So in the pack you get 13 rectangles of different sizes and shapes and all sorts. So I've got a card coming this week on Wednesday for my Inspire Create Challenge project that uses this little one over here. You've got ones for sentiments, you've got ones for the front of your card. Now, have a bit of a niggle to make with Stampin' Up, and I'm going to put this in the sandbox on the demonstrator website. These dies are stunning, they're lovely, I love them to pieces. They are great because they've got stitched edges on both the inside and the outside of the die, but they are in US card measurements. So, I'll show you, that's the front of my card base. Oh no! Oh! I did cut a new card base. Did you see that? I managed to score my card wrong. Where's my bone folder? There it is. Let's see if we can rectify that. I'm sure I can. Make it right. Make it right. There we go. That's better. So there is my card base. It's still wonky. Biggest die. It fits on widthwise. Great. But there's a strip at the bottom. So for me, I have to cut that strip off because it just does my head. But because they are designed for US card sizes, so they do fit, but you just have to do a bit of trimming. Yeah, they're just a bit awkward. So I'm a bit disappointed by Stampin' Up with that, and I nearly didn't buy them for that reason. But then I thought, you know what? These are going to be in my stash for a long time. So I'm going to grab out the. Let's just check. What that little skinny one. Yeah, that's going to fit on there. Lovely. For my sentiment. Then I've got these Four Seasons framelits that we're going to use for the others. So 1, 2, and that flower. Now these framelits, these ones, the Four Seasons ones, aren't available until the 1st of March. But I think it's worth I do think it's worth waiting for because they are. The stamp set itself is gorgeous. And then I've got that embossing folder as well. So let's do the die cutting first. I've got my Big Shot. And on my Big Shot today, I have got my Stampin' Up Big Shot platform. Put it on the right way. I've got my thin die adapter. I'm going to put my base plate on. Now, I always keep, every time I get a new set of plates, I do have a new set of plates, they're just not, I'm still using these ones. I mark one as base. Now, this one stays flat. See that? It is flat. Pancake flat on there. This helps to stop your dies from warping quite as much. And then this one bends all over the place because it's going to go on the top. So, I just pop my piece of cardstock in. And to be honest, I would probably use my magnetic platform for these to ensure perfect placement, but I also need the base plate for my embossing folder in a minute. So we've got a little bit of stick on them from the. Sorry, this takes concentration and I can't speak and concentrate at the same time. There we go, that's one. Get all of those lined up like that. And then, like so. I'm going to run these through my Big Shot. That is a really good idea, Liz. You think of your rectangle framelits like a Polaroid. I do like that idea. It's still going to drive me mad, though. It is, because it just is. So, in that one pass, I've cut out my flower. Ooh. I've cut out 2 leaves. And my sentiment. How pretty is that with that edge on? But there you can see, I'll show you now. So we've got a stitched edge on the bit we've kind of die cut bit out, but you've also got it on the negative, so that would be really pretty on a card. I think it's gorgeous. Right, so we're going to run through again just to get that other leaf. Now, if you're like me and you take ages to line dies up, the magnetic platform is a bit of a godsend. I also quite often use washi tape to make sure that my dies don't move. Because sometimes they'll jump, just ever so slightly. And that's like this one. Here we go, look, perfect example. I'm going to put it on my card anyway, but look, it's jumped ever so slightly. But that's fine. So, while I've got my Big Shot out, I've got a piece of, we're going to use that lovely new country, what did I call it? Country garden, country floral embossing folder. So, because it's one of those thick ones, right, we need our Big Shot platform, our base plate. Take your thin die adapter out. Sorry, no, you don't want your base plate. take both of those out. Then you've got your folder, your piece of cardstock. I'm going to go across ways because there's a lovely rose image that I want to capture, like so. Just there. And then your top plate. So you've got your Big Shot platform, your embossing folder with your piece of cardstock in, and then your top plate over the top. Run that through your Big Shot. Look at that. Look at that. It is just stunning. Because it's thick as well, you've got that kind of, you've got different thicknesses and layers of, oh, it's just beautiful. Was I on Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram or one of them yesterday, and the fabulous Patty Bennett has done some card fronts with this where she's coloured them in each kind of, she's coloured in the flowers and the leaves and everything with watercolour. They are stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So, love that. That embossing folder is going to get a lot of use in my craft room. I'll tell you that for nothing. Right. Then, we just put the card together. So, card base. We've got our piece of Whisper White. I'm going to pop some snail on the back of there. So, Whisper White onto that card base. And then the Designer Series paper. So if this is the Christmas one, I'm using the other side of it. So we're still getting use out of it even though it's February. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Then I'm going to pop quite a bit of snail on the back of this embossed piece because it's got a lot of texture. And I'm going to pop that on that other piece of Whisper White. Like so. To go across there. Now you could also add ribbon or all sorts on. I'm going to just trim, because I've managed to cut it wrong, of course. So I'm going to trim that bit off. There. And so that's going to go straight across there like that. And then I've got my flower and my 3 leaves and my sentiment. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Probably got 3 dimensionals for the size of that flower. I'll put my dimensionals on first. Oh, sorry, put the flower on first and then I'm going to slot the leaves in behind. So there's that. Then bit of snail on the back of those leaves. I don't remember what it's called. Like so. I'm going to pop 2 there. And then pop that, so I want a bit of snail on one side and a dimensional on the other, because I'm going to lift up one side so it's going to layer across that flower like that, and that is my card. I'm just thinking, I think I need some sparkle on there. Hold on. There we are. I had a brand new packet of rhinestones and I can't find them, but they're here. So I'm going to take my Take-A-Pic tool, love this so much, and I'm going to take some of the medium-sized rhinestones. Oh. Falling off all over. And How stunning is that? I love that flower. That's so pretty. So that is my card for today. I don't think that's too bad for something I've made up on the spot. I've got to admit, I did have a sketch in my head, but still, just lovely. And I just think those flowers are so pretty. So we've used the Painted Seasons stamp set and the coordinating designer series that it comes with it for free during Sale-a-bration. The Itty Bitty Birthdays, which is just one of those stamp sets that it's just a need. You just can't get away from that. And then the fabulous 4 Seasons Frameless dies, which are available from the 1st of March. So, what else have I got to tell you about? Grab my cheat sheet. We have got, oh yes, my Code Club. So, Code Club gifts from January went out last week, so I'm hoping that they've arrived with everybody by now. If you shopped with me in January, you haven't had a card from me yet, just let me know that it hasn't arrived, because they did go in the post last weekend, so it should have arrived with you by now. But do let me know if it hasn't, and I can sort that out. Code Club, if you enter this code at checkout when you shop with me before the 28th of February, you'll get something fabulous and free in the post with me in March. The Sale-a-bration second release is out now, so that is this brochure with those fabulous two new stamp sets, the embossing fold and the designer series papering. The Sale-a-bration coordination products go live on the 1st of March, but I should have mentioned this before. If you want them now, you can get them right now by adding them to your Stampin' Up starter kit. The last blog post on my blog is all about joining and becoming a part of the team, so do check that out. And then I've got two classes coming for you in March, and all of the information about those will be coming to you by the end of this week, hopefully by Friday. So that's it from me today. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed this longer-ish. We've been going for about 40 minutes. Facebook Live. Do let me know if you want to see something specific on these videos. If you have a problem that you want solving, or you want to see a technique, or if there's something, you've got a burning question, do let me know. I can try and answer it on a Sunday morning for you. And I will see you again next time. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Bye for now.